Let's make some strawberry rhubarb upside down cake.
Let's see what's cooking. Let's get the facts. Let's see what's cooking. It's time for Yo-Yo Max 12.
Hello everyone, starting off with a 9 by 13 inch baking dish that you're going to grease with cooking spray or with butter. Just make sure it's well greased. Then you'll need 5 cups of rhubarb. Now you can just chop it up in small pieces and sprinkle it in the bottom of the pan. But if you want to be a little bit bougie and a little bit fancy, you can cut your rhubarb into approximately 3-inch lengths and then arrange it in like a checkerboard fashion into the bottom of your pan. It doesn't take that long to do. You just might have to move things around and just cut them to fit. And you end up with approximately 12 of these little squares in a 9 by 13 inch pan. Now you take a package of strawberry Jello powder, the 4 serving size package, and sprinkle it on top of the rhubarb. And it's just the dry powder, not mixed of course. Now the recipe says to add 2 cups of miniature marshmallows on top of this. I'm not sure why they want you to add marshmallows to this. Once this is baked, it's really hard to even see the marshmallows, and I think all they do is add some sweetness, and I'm not exactly sure why they're even necessary, but I put them on there because it's the first time I made this recipe. And then you sprinkle half a cup of sugar on top of that. Now you prepare a cake mix according to package directions, vanilla or golden cake mix. This is a store brand that just came out. It comes in a bag instead of a box, and they're only $2 a piece, which is actually they're actually pretty good. So prepare it according to package directions by adding the eggs, the water or the milk, and the oil that's called for on the package, and blend it together. And then pour this on top of the marshmallows. So after you spread that completed cake batter on top of the marshmallows, just spread it around so that it fills up the pan. Then you're going to bake this at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes until a cake tester or a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean without any raw batter on it. Now I find whenever I use a baking dish that's made of glass like this, it always takes a little longer. Mine took closer to an hour and 15 minutes or so to do. It took quite a while before I was able to get that clean toothpick. Here it is out of the oven. Let it cool for about 10 minutes before you flip it. I used a spatula just to go around and make sure it was loosened, and then I'm going to turn it onto this cookie sheet. If you have a pretty serving platter that's rectangular shaped, then use that. But I don't, so I'm just going to flip it onto a cookie sheet just so that you can see what it looks like. And here is the moment of truth. We're going to flip it. And you all need to shut your eyes momentarily to not look at my ugly cookie sheet on the bottom. Okay, you can all look again. And it all pops out except one little piece of rhubarb didn't come out. It stayed stuck to the pan. So I just picked that thing up, put it into the space where it's supposed to be. And then there was a little bit of that strawberry, sugar, rhubarb juice, whatever you want to call it, at the bottom of the pan. I scraped that out with a spatula, and I just kind of brushed it on top of the cake, and I filled in any kind of little gaps or holes there. And then you let it cool a little bit and serve it. Each of these little checkerboards is about 1 serving, so you get about a dozen pieces in one cake. Now, this is what it was supposed to look like based on the website. This is the photo from the website. There'll be a link in the description box so you can see what it looks like, or I found the recipe, and it looks nothing like what I made. I don't know what they used, some kind of, if they had super red rhubarb, or if they had some weird super red Jello, or they used 2 packages of Jello, or it's just completely photoshopped, or a filter was added to make it look that red, but it doesn't quite turn out that way. However, it is quite pretty when you slice it up. It has a nice cake a regular cake on the bottom. The marshmallows get completely lost, and unless you know they're there, you might be able to taste them or sense them when you're chewing. But if people don't know they're in there, they probably won't even notice. It has a nice, tangy, tart rhubarb on the top and a nice sweet strawberry flavor as well. It's a great dessert and a wonderful way to use up rhubarb if you have some in your garden. I do have a rhubarb patch in my yard that comes back, of course, every single year, especially in the spring. You have quite a bit of it. And I usually try to look for great recipes to use it up, and I have them on a playlist. So here are some other rhubarb recipes that I've tried and that I've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching.